Come on, Stephen. How do, guys? Beautiful day. Just going to find a bit of shade for the boy. It's a bit warm. So this is the first video. Prison information, things you want to know. realporridge@outlook.com. Somebody's looking at the emails every day now. They're going to be monitored with integrity, ethics and morals. So if you're putting stuff down there, personal stuff, please be assured it's going to be all dealt with in a private manner and professionally. So you got any questions you want me to cover on this information? That's what I'm going to do. It's going to have its own playlist. So the first one, I'm going to talk about searching in prison. You know, this isn't the definite guide. Layman's terms, what you can expect. Couple of different searchers who'll be doing the searching, and briefly, depending what level of security, what category UK prison you're visiting for the first time, what you can expect as a visitor. All right, within the prison system, within Strangeways, Forest Bank, we had a level A and a level B search. I always used to get them mixed up. I will tell you what's involved, and a level A, level B will include some of what I'm telling you, or all of what I'm telling you. These are the searches prisoners are subjected to, level A and level B. So first thing, we'll start with the head. You'd look in the mouth, no particular order this either. You look in the mouth, behind the ears, the hair if they've got any. Oh, Stevie's seen another lab. Let's just have a quick chocolate lab. Yeah. I know this lightens people's day. All good. Oh, bless him. You all right? Hello. Come here then. There you go. Come on, Stevie. Is it? Bless. Come on then. Up this way, kid. Here you go, Stevie. Come and lie down here, where we've got a bit of shade. Come here. Good boy. Right, guys. So, yeah, the head. The hair, behind the ears, the mouth. I'll tell you now, I'm sure it was at Forest Bank. There was an officer in reception. When you're searching in reception, you've always got gloves on, like latex gloves or the like, something similar. He was a new member of staff. A lad had dreadlocks. He ran both hands through his dreadlocks, and within those dreadlocks was quite a few razor blades, and he shredded his hands really, really badly. Yeah, so you have to be really careful what you're doing. Move down then. Check the collar, you know, fingers around the collar. Arms from the armpits down to the wrists. Obviously, if you're wearing long-sleeved items, short-sleeved. You would also do the back. You would check the waistband, if you're doing it right. Pockets, obviously. And then you would move down the legs towards the ankles. Certain searches, again, level A, level B, would require the prisoners to remove the footwear, checking the footwear. A wand might be involved at some point. That's a metal detector, literally handheld metal detector. Again, you work methodically down the body, ask the person being searched to turn round and do the back. Interesting little thing just popped in my head. We had a prisoner who had a pacemaker fitted we could not wand that lad down. It can affect a pacemaker. It could, it could in fact stop it and he would die. Just interesting little tip popped in there. Not a tip really, is it? Just a little snippet. Anyway, that's a level A, level B, or something similar. For instance, in visits, when prisoners at Strangeways, which is in the high security estate, had come down, they would stand on a box, they would be wandered down both sides, they would take the shoes off, an officer would search the footwear, they'd be wandered down, including the soles of the feet. They would then step off the box to an officer who would give them a pat down, rub down search. That was just part of the procedure. A percentage of people at Strangeways, and again, depending which establishment you're at and the security level, would be strip searched. Sometimes it was a target strip search. If you had a known drug dealer or drug user, past history maybe, they may be a target search. When they come down, they will be taken into a side room and strip searched by 2 officers. Most of the time, they were at random. The lads knew what was happening, they knew the routine, no problems. If you're a visitor and you are visiting Strangeways, once you have been approved, because you need approving, you've got the right ID, which the prison will provide. I'm sure it's at least 2 forms of ID, one picture ID, i.e. passport, driving license, or something similar. If you are visiting that establishment with children, you need to know that the children will be searched as well. It isn't a strip search. You will be asked to walk through a metal portal. Same as staff in the morning. Any metal or whatever removed, you will get wandered down with a metal detector and a rub down search. The kids would go through the same procedure. I will tell you now, at Strangeways, a couple of staff I'm thinking of, OSGs, operational support grade, they're not prison officers. They work alongside prison officers. For instance, in reception, they would do a lot of clerical work while prison officers were doing the prison work. There were some fantastic OSGs at Strangeways. One of my favourite worked in the ECR quite a lot, emergency control room. The ones I'm thinking of who were responsible for searching visitors, that's prisoners, loved ones, etc., friends, girlfriends and the like coming into prison, and kids, were amazing. They made it into a little bit of a game for the kids. Try to make it as least stressful as possible. I do know one guy whose daughter had and still has certain anxiety from visiting dad in prison and going through that search procedure. So much so that when he took her to a football match, I haven't been to a football match for a long time, but I believe there is some form of search procedure. She panicked and they ended up not going in and watching the game. So we're bearing that in mind. Staff, I've just told you, every morning at Strangeways, not Forest Bank, they were both Cat B local prisons, but Strangeways was in the high security estate. We had Cat A prisoners. You would go in, put your belt, your shoes and everything in a tray, all metal, coins and the like. They would go through an X-ray machine. The visitors, the same. I would step onto a box after going through a portal. You would be wandered down again with a metal detector and a rub down search every day. Sometimes coming out the establishment as well. Now and again, because it was in the high security estate and we had drug dogs, all the staff, as they went through staff search, would then be required to be searched by the dogs. Not every day, and not every establishment. Again, Forest Bank used to have an amazing dog that used to work visits and the like. It was a sniffer dog, drugs dog, yeah. At some point, there was a, what's the word I'm looking for, guys? It's just gone out of my head. It was targeted anyway, and there was 30 or 40,000 pounds offered for anyone seriously harming or killing that dog. It was that good. When that dog was there with the two handlers, it almost cut drug supply off to that prison. Sadly, it's an expense. You know, they did away with that at Forest Bank. I think some prisons, Forest Bank might well have reintroduced dogs, sniffer dogs. So you've got a level A and a level B search. The staff search, very similar for the visitors coming in. When I went through staff search, our number one governors always went through as well. Exactly the same procedure. Other than one prison governor I'm going to vlog about, who left the establishment in handcuffs. Yeah, so we'll do a little snippet about that guy. Now let's talk about the strip search. I've told you they had a strip search in visits, might be a target search or random. Coming into establishments, certainly Forest Bank and Strangeways, can't be locals, you will be strip searched. I'll tell you the rough procedure. So you know, anybody, first time, your head's up your arse, you come from court, you've just received a prison sentence, in reception, it's busy, it's crazy, you're gonna have 3 or 4 interviews, gonna be asked the same questions. On top of that, you're gonna have to take your clothes off in front of a couple of other guys. Yeah. I will say for myself, if I worked in reception on overtime, you were always strip searching. It is not pleasant. Me, I tried to give the people as much respect as possible and do it in a decent way. Yeah. You know, imagine a homeless person being in police custody for 3 days and you're strip searching them. So it weren't pleasant. Right, so the procedure for strip searching. We'll just say, for instance, somebody in front of me, yeah, if they had a jacket or whatever, they've removed them. So they stood there in a shirt or t-shirt, trackies or trousers, they got boxers, they got shoes on, they got socks. So we start with the top, they would take the top off, yeah? I would pass that to another officer. I would have already told people what was going to happen as well, you know, in a calm way, tried to explain the procedure to try and put people at ease. Take the top off. I would pass that to an officer to search. I would then ask the person to lift their arms up and turn around for me, making sure they had nothing under their armpits. The top would then be returned to him. People have said before, why do you do that? What's the point of that? It's for decency, yeah? It's still an uncomfortable procedure, but at least the person you are strip searching is not going to be fully naked at any one time. So they put the top back on. You'd ask them to take the shoes off. You would hand them to an officer who would search the footwear. Some officers that had this off to a T. You would tell every prisoner, yeah, to take their socks off, but not to take them off and flick them, yeah? And everybody took them off and flicked them. Okay. But they need to remove the socks. Again, these are go to an officer. I've just thought, at some point, I think they were at Forest Bank, there was a mat for people to stand on. I can't remember at Strangeways whether there was a rubber mat or not, so you weren't stood on the floor. Anyway, take the socks off. You would ask them to turn around, show you the soles of their feet. I could have gone out of order then. Anyway, just let me finish. So we ask them to then remove trackies or trousers. Again, pass them to an officer to search. You then ask them to remove their underwear. Again, at this point, it's awkward and difficult, yeah? The lads who've been in and out a lot would lift the nuts up, so you could see they got nothing there. Yeah, turn round, then show you the soles of the feet. So they'd have a top on, bottom half naked. Yeah, that is something like, that is what you can expect. I never enjoyed doing it. Like I say, I did it in a proper manner. Some people, you know, not so much. They were like barking orders at people. Very, very difficult. I've explained before, or mentioned before, a lad, he was Somalian, who come in. At that point, when I asked him to remove his bottoms, he went into the corner, he was sobbing. I think he thought he was going to get sexually assaulted or we were going to batter him. Yeah, so there's a bit of a language barrier and culture barrier there as well. We have to bear all these things in mind. So we've done level A, level B, strip searching, staff search, and visitors, prisoners, loved ones, kids, etc. coming in. I think I've just about covered it then. You know, these videos from time to time I might update. So there you go, guys. Thanks for coming as always. Comments. If you want something, you want to know something, information, you want me to vlog it and put it on this playlist, then I'm quite happy to do that. realporridge@outlook.com. Parting shot as always. How we doing, kid? All right? Good lad. Thanks for coming, guys. I'll see you.